The birth of 10th World Air Freight. In the aftermath of World War II, a spirited man named Jake Harris found himself at a pivotal juncture. Having achieved the rank of major in the Army Air Force during World War II, the powers that be were eager to promote him to lieutenant colonel, envisioning a future of administrative brilliance at the Pentagon. However, Jake, a man of action, harbored no desire to be confined to a desk, even if it meant eventual jet training. The turning point came swiftly when, despite his qualifications, he was denied jet training. Major Harris, a seasoned pilot rather than a mere paper pusher, faced an ultimatum from the higher-ups: accept a bureaucratic role at the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., or bid farewell to the Air Force. Having weathered an ultimatum from Nazi captors during a harrowing escape in occupied France, Jake opted for freedom once again, bidding the military adieu in December 1947. In February of 1948, Jake reluctantly went to work for 10thWorld Airlines, where despite the thrill of flight, the corporate grind wore on him. After 2 years of feeling confined both in the sky and on the ground, he reached a resolute decision: it was time to forge his path. Unemployed, but armed with determination, Jake went to see his parents in Yakima, Washington. It was during this visit that the seed of entrepreneurship was planted. Conversations with his father, a proud owner of a Cessna Bobcat, ignited the idea of establishing an air freight company. With a gleam of excitement in his eyes, Jake's father handed him the keys to the Bobcat, a gesture that marked the beginning of Jonathan's dream. The plan was to restore the weathered aircraft, but life had different plans for Mr. Harris Sr., who found himself swamped with duties as the chief administrator of McAllister Field. Undeterred, Jake, armed with his life savings and a bank loan, set out to make his vision a reality. He contacted Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, seeking to purchase a cargo plane. His friend, from before the war, Don Anthony, accompanied him, ready to fly the Bobcat back to Washington once the right deal was struck. Upon landing at Davis-Monthan, fate intervened in the form of an old war buddy, Sergeant Deke Presley, stationed at the base. Jake shared his aspirations of starting an air freight company, and Deke, on the brink of leaving the Air Force, eagerly sought a place in Jake's venture. Guided by Deke, Jake and Don found a well-maintained Curtiss C-46 Commando among several rows of retired aircraft. After a mountain of paperwork and a substantial cash exchange, the Commando became Jake's. With Don at the helm of the Bobcat and Jake flying the C-46, they took to the skies, leaving Davis-Monthan behind. 2 weeks later, Jake secured a hangar and office space at McAllister Field in Yakima, Washington. His team began to take shape with the addition of Julie Baker, a chance encounter in McAllister Field's passenger terminal. With her background in the Women's Air Force as a pilot and an administrator, Julie brought a unique skill set to Jake's spotting enterprise. Over a dinner that changed the course of their lives, Jake persuaded Julie to join 10thWorld Air Freight. The team expanded further with the enlistment of Don Anthony as co-pilot and Deke Presley as the flight engineer and chief mechanic. Thus, in the spring of 1948, 10thWorld Air Freight Incorporated was born, a testament to Jake's unwavering determination and the camaraderie forged in the crucible of war. The stage was set for a new chapter in aviation history.